guys, and welcome back to Hilltop Farm, and welcome back to the kitchen at Hilltop Farm. Yes, that's right, we're cooking again today. And today we're going to be cooking Pan Asian beef. Now, this is a wonderful dish, this one. It's not actually like a traditional dish from anywhere, hence the name Pan Asian. It's been little ideas from here, there and everywhere, and basically a way of making a piece of beef, a beef roast, with an Asian twist. Now, your family will love this. They'll absolutely love it, and any friends or anyone you have for a dinner party will swear that a chef has made it, because it's not like you've made a Thai green curry or a lasagna or something that's traditional from somewhere. You can pass it all off as your own. Anyway, I've got an enormous piece of meat here. I mean, it's like half a cow's leg, isn't it? Right? So we take this. I don't know what this is called in your country. It could be a ribeye fillet, it could be a normal fillet, I don't know. But this is what it looks like. You can do it with a topside roast if you like, which is much cheaper cut of meat, of course. But we got this on special, so we're going to be quite lucky with this one. So to start off with, you take your piece of meat, you get cast pan. This has been heating here, it's starting to smoke, which is what you want, because you want to scald it. Okay, what we need to seal this piece of meat. Okay, so work your way around. As you see, I'm using my hands that are immaculately clean, but I think it's the easiest way, to be honest. And if it gets a bit warm, I think tongs are the answer. Okay, now that should be ever so slightly sealed. We turn the heat down on our frying pan, we don't want it to burn, or just chuck it sideways off the heat, whichever you prefer. Now, I'll put this to one side. Then what you do is you put a bit of olive oil in your pan. Now, here we have a bunch of spring onions that are all chopped up. Okay, now we pop those in. Okay, there's a couple of cloves of garlic. In she goes. Quite a generous bit of ginger, just a bit bigger than the size of man's thumb perhaps, but I am a ginger fiend, so I'll always overdo the ginger. Now, chili's always a matter of taste, so it depends what you're after and how hot your chilies are. We grow our own, I have no idea what they are. This, give you a rough idea of the size chili. Okay, we put in one of those, and I'm not going to touch it with my hands. So, put that there. Now, have a bunch of coriander that is all chopped up. Now, about half of it Okay, chuck in. When you're chopping up coriander like this, the stalks are fine. I mean, not the woody bits down near the base, obviously, but now smell is glorious. Now we're just going to mix this around a bit. Okay, you want everything to be coated with your cooking oil and just starting to cook. The aroma in the kitchen will be just wonderful. Now take that off the heat, move it to the back. It's ever so simple, this one. Now get your piece of meat back. Okay. Now you take your delicious vegetable and herb combination and spoon it over the top. Half of it will fall off, that's alright. Again, pop that to the back. Now we return the frying pan back to the heat. We add about a tablespoon just to splash over, you know. Again, it's not rocket science. Soy sauce. And please don't use sole produced. Why would you even bother? Okay. 2 cans of coconut milk. And I know some of you are perhaps saying to themselves, coconut milk and beef. I know, I did think the same thing myself, but it works. Believe me, it works. Okay, so we mix this round, okay, because we're gathering up all the goodies that were left in the frying pan. Once you think you have all the goodies gathered up, turn off your gas. Okay, gently pour it in. Okay, drizzle a little, but not a lot. I mean, you don't want to wash all the topping off, you know. Like that. But there we go. You can spoon it back on if you need to. But that will be fine. Okay, now we have about 1/2 to 3/4 of a stalk of lemongrass. Now cut it up. Make sure you cut it quite finely. It's it can be a bit harsh, and it'll be tough and horrible if you don't do it right. So yes, believe me when I say press it in. Yes, believe me when I say make sure it's thin. Okay. The juice of 1 lime. Okay, again, trickle it over those lovely goodies. Again, trying not to knock it all off. Okay, and then in the oven she goes. Okay, so that's now in the oven. Put it in 180C or 350F or gas mark 4. Okay, you put it in for about 3/4 of an hour if you're talking about a 1 kilo to 2 pound piece of meat. This one's actually just over 2 kilos, it's more like 4 pounds. So this one I'll probably be going till about an hour and 10 minutes maybe, and then I'll be checking it. You want the blood in the middle. You don't want it like you can sole your work boots with it. Alright, overcooked beef, you may as well not bother. Cook something else. Cook beef burgers, because there's no point in having this dish if you're not going to actually enjoy the proper flavour of the meat. I'm not saying raw, but it must be pink in the middle. And yes, when it comes out, it will bleed. Okay? But I'll show you what to do about that. Alright? So, we'll be back when this is cooked. Bit in the oven, perfect. Now, I want you to brush the topping off into the pan. Now, I am going to lift it into this other dish. Okay, you want it in there. It's got to stand. Now, I hope you can see this. I'm showing you. See, that's how it's got to be cooked inside. Can you see that? Okay. It's got to be pink. Not raw, pink. Okay. Now, this, what I do, I want it to stand, but I don't want it to go cold. So, turn the oven off. Okay, transfer it into another dish. Okay. And just pop it in the oven turned off. Right. Now, what I'm going to serve with this, just to keep it simple, are snow peas. With my snow peas, top and tail them, put them in cold water for an hour or so. It just helps them go nice and firm and crisp, because snow peas do wilt very quickly when you pick them from the vine. So I do that, I bring my water to the boil, I strain the snow peas, and then I drop them into the boiling water, where they stay for 30 seconds to a minute. You really are blanching them is all you're doing. You still want them crisp and yummy. Then you tip them out, throw in just a knob of butter, swirl it around, and then serve them like that. Very nice. Now the other thing I'm going to serve this with is small new potatoes. Just plain boiled, okay? So, and you serve it simply. You'll see what the meat looks like sliced. I'll show you that when we're finished. And you serve it sliced on the plate with some snow peas and some boiled potatoes. That's all you do. And the potatoes absorb all the sauce that you don't take up over the... It is to die for, believe me, to die for. I can't wait. So, we'll let the meat stand for 20 minutes and carve it, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what we're going to do with the sauce, as well as any juices that have leached out from the meat while it's been standing. We'll be back. So now we're back, we've got it all carved. Now the pan with the juices in it, with the sauce in it, return to a low heat on the top. Now over on this side, this is what bled out of it while it was standing and being carved. You see, you don't want to waste all that goodness, alright? But, I mean, I'm not a cannibal, you don't want to eat it raw either. Okay, so we've transferred all the blood and goodness over. Now, start mixing it through. Okay, scrape down the sides a little. Turn up the heat. While you're waiting for that to come up, you've got some coriander left. Put most of it in. When I say most of it, leave tablespoon for garnish, something like that. That's what I'm leaving for garnish, that's all. Now keep mixing this until it starts to bubble and it's all combined. Okay, now once it's bubbling away, then you know all that blood that came out of it is all cooked, and that sort of curdly look it had is all gone now. Right, so turn off the heat on that one. Right, now from here, be very carefully pour it over. Don't throw any of this out. You can have it in a bowl and just dunk bread in it, you know, for lunch the next day. For prettiness, the coriander that you saved for garnish goes on. Okay, now I wouldn't advise eating this like this, but I guess you can if you want to. Chuck that on the top. And voila! Put that on your table and your family and guests will think that you've just had the night off from the Ritz at Paris or something and come to cook their meal. So, there you go. Enjoy it with a nice glass of white wine. And as you know, my policy always helps to lubricate the cook. Okay, so I'll leave the ingredients list in the description below like normal. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any other of our videos. Hit the grey bell so that you get notified every time we release a video. And until next time, it's goodbye from Hilltop Farm. See ya!